Hey guys, thanks for joining me again on my new YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and also click the notifications button so that you're notified every time that I upload a new video. Last video I spoke to you about the training that's involved in becoming a neurologist. I'm currently in my last year of neurology residency, and a common question that I'm asked is, why'd you choose neurology in the first place? And the answer really goes back to my grandfather. He died about 6 months after I was born, so I never knew him personally, but I grew up hearing stories about him from my family and family friends. I learned that he played on his high school football team before serving in World War II as a naval fighter pilot, during which time he received the Purple Heart. And he returned home to his hometown in Caruthersville, Missouri to work as a clerk in a box factory. And over time ended up becoming the majority owner of the box factory, which was ultimately renamed Tipton Box. Now, as a child, you hear these stories and you think, wow, I mean, this guy was really something special. You know, a man's man, the American success story. But there's another side to the story. Even though he had all these successes, there was something else that began to emerge. He started to have difficulties with walking. He started to develop a tremor and was ultimately diagnosed with Parkinsonsdisease. And I always thought that it was very odd that someone that was so successful could be taken to their knees by this disease that has something to do with the brain. You know, as a child, you think about being sick. That means, you know, a tummy ache or, you know, a cough, cold, congestion, influenza type situation. But to see something that causes you to shake or to walk slowly is something very odd. And so I knew that there was a lot going on in the brain that we didn't understand, and when things don't function correctly in the brain, you can get some very interesting symptoms. So that's where all the interest came from. It was childhood. But through high school and college, I began to seek opportunities to learn more about the nervous system. And with every new thing that I learned, I became more and more fascinated. And so that set the stage for me to choose something within neuroscience to pursue in medical school. In medical school, I was torn between neurology and neuroradiology and neurosurgery even. But I had a few critical decision points that helped me decide neurology was the specialty for me. So one, I wanted to see patients. I love seeing my patients and talking to them and learning what's going on in their lives and how, you know, their problems are affecting, their medical problems are affecting their lives, and finding out how I can help. So that helped me to determine neurology and neurosurgery. Between those two, I fell in love with the neurologic examination. I love the fact that a neurologist can walk into the room and get a detailed history and a thorough examination. This is different than any other medical specialty. You can actually walk in and lay your hands on a patient and understand where within the nervous system the problem is. And that was the part that really excited me with neurology. And so from that and a few other reasons, I ultimately chose neurology as my specialty.